The first one is from the Czech Republic. I'm from the Czech Republic, and it was the last visit that I did as IHE co-chair before COVID. Someone said, look, there's this new CIO in Olomouc. He's a clever guy. You should go and talk to him. So I went there and I met Antonín, and he was very bright indeed. And then, although there was COVID, or maybe because there was COVID, he managed to and he will be talking about it. He had managed to implement IHE into some parts of the hospital systems, and it's now one of the success stories that we as the Czech Republic and IHE Czech can share. So please, Antonín, floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, and I'm waiting for the presentation now. So first, the introduction. I'm CIO of the University Hospital Olomouc in Czech Republic. We are 4 to 6 biggest hospital in Czech Republic. University Hospital, it's a backbone of the Czech healthcare system. And we just get some grant from EU, and we have to spend money for, the digitalization of our system. So we decided to implement some integration platform, and we are looking around in countries in the Czech Republic and in Europe, and also in the world, and looking for the functional system, the functional interoperability, and connection, one standardization, and so on. And we didn't find not so unified system in any countries, so we decided to inspire in some countries, and I will be talking about later. So about this project, why we decided to use IHE, because in Czech Republic it's a small island, the closed island, where is some kind of Czech standard, and there is nothing international just working till now, and we decided to choose the system based on IHE because of interoperability, the future interoperability with the Europe, because of the Commission decision and the recommendation from European Union to use the integrating and healthcare enterprise for the referencing in the public contracts. So that's why we decided. We have some kind of troubles because of this public tender, because our very, the state vendors, they were against this new approach. So it'll be quite tricky, but we go through, and now we are implementing the system which are supporting the IHE, but it's not so easy. Okay. Nope. Yeah. So there are the countries. We just do some research, and we found out that the EHI are using in some country, not nationwide, but the partly. So we inspired in ELGA, in an Austrian National Electronic Record, and that's was the inspiration for the public tender. And there are also some special part of the IHE in Europe, and also in a worldwide. We also invited the USA and other countries from the world, and they had nothing in common, nothing unified, nothing. It's it's a Babylon. So we decided to follow the rules. Okay, I will maybe. So that's the scheme of our system, of our implementation of integration platform, and a lot of system. We have over 100 separate system in our hospital. So we decided to implement to create some enterprise service bus, and to try to implement or to set the IHE profiles. Now, it's some kind of tricky because the vendors don't understand or didn't understand the IHE profile. They didn't even know what it means, the EHI. It's some kind of standard. It's next to HL7 or FHIR, or what is it? So we have to, or not us, but the vendors, the international or vendors should teach all the vendors, local vendors in Czech Republic, not only in Czech Republic, to explain how to use, how to work the EHI profiles, how to implement it, because only 2 or 3 vendors are understanding what the IHE means and are, compatible now. I can say compatible with the IHE. So I think it's a big challenge or big task for all the vendors or IHE organization to teach them. This is the example of some regional affinity domains. The future, maybe the future picture of these affinity domains. This is the example. It's some region. We are the OLK. It's Olomouc region, which we are trying to communicate. For example, with it was the idea how it should work. We just presented in a board of other hospitals how it should work. If you ask for money, just try to follow the rules. Try to follow us. And let's do some compatible system which are communicating. The communication will be somehow standardized, and also we can use the common standard in Czech Republic called DASTA. I will talk about it later. So this is the one region to communicate with each region to another region. The profiles. I will not tell what the separate profiles means, but you can read it. This is, for example, the query for the retrieve the medical records. It's a quite big challenge here in Czech Republic because we now transferring only the PDF. We don't have the structure format for the EH. We don't have implemented yet the EHR. We are just on the way to implement it national-wide. So it will be a very big challenge also to implement it. Okay, I will just skip it. And that's an interesting picture because there are a lot of talks about the vendor lock in Czech Republic, and the vendors of the information systems, hospital information system, telling us, it's from one vendor log to another vendor log because we decided to the integration platform, to choose integration platform, which is from quite big company, international, and it seems like it should be some vendor log. But if you can see in this picture, so some kind of vendor could provide the system from one hospital or the affinity domain from another region, or it doesn't matter. It could be anyone who could follow or who could go through the Connectathon and just get the certified for the IHE. It doesn't matter. And now if one hospital wants to communicate from another hospital, now this is the current system as example of possible connection with one hospital from one region without IHE. Its communication is quite complicated. It's a lot of queries to the national system. It's impossible to manage it. And this is example, for example, one hospital from the affinity domain ZLK changing its information system, and the orange arrows shows what another system are affected and needs to be changes and upgraded to communicate for the old way. So I think it's quite a spaghetti. It's unreal to manage such a complicated system. So I did some table, just comparison to BUA system with or without the for example IHE or the standardization. Just let's talk about standardization. So I think we have some experience that there is the compareless. Okay, now the use case. I will show you a short video because there is no possible to live presentation. We decided to pilot connect with the cardiac center because of we have shared patients in the cardiac center, and for example, when one cardiac center is unavailable because of holidays, vacation, and so on, so we share the patients, and after back when the doctor back to holidays, they need to check their patients. They need to know everything about the patient, about the surgeries, about the treatment in this gap, and they know the information, exact information from another hospital. So we try to implement with the cardio center and Psychiatric is a cardio center in Brno. It's another region, so it's a different affinity domain. And we did some pilot. Maybe I will show you a video. I'm not sure whether it will work, so I will be commented. Okay, I'm not sure. It may be put the next. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. It's some clinical portal in a cardio center in Brno, and I'm looking for patients with the ID. It's our national ID or the insurance ID. I'm looking for the patient whether they have records in which hospitals. Now I see they are the record from the Brno and also from the Olomouc community. It's a community domain, affinity domain, another, and I can see now in the picture what kind of records or kind of messages I've got for this patient particular. Oh, there is, on the bottom should be some description of these icons. Okay, now I'm looking for the records in a hospital in Brno, in the cardio center in Brno, and there is some kind of patient summary. I can see the medication, I can see the anamnesis, diagnosis, all the needed stuff which now is possible to structure. Which is possible to, find from the medical records from another hospital. There are allergies. Okay, medicals, it's in Czech, sorry, but I will translate it. Is a medication now. I think it's for the medical doctors, it's known. Okay, so now return. And to show some records from the hospitals. Now I can see the ambulance record, anamnesis, and now I'm looking for the surgery record, because this is it was the most important thing to find the medical record, because or the surgery record, because the patient didn't get the message from the surgery. It's only for doctors, maybe for practitioners, but not for the patients. So that's why we need transfer all the data. Now I can see the surgery record. I can see the doctor which was providing, and all this necessary stuff. It's in Czech and Latin. You can read it, but it's all the information about one procedure which will be done in a Brno hospital, and now I can see all the details like doctor in Olomouc. Okay, so I think it's almost done. Right, it's all kind of records in a hospital system on the site of Psychiatric. Now you can see now from which community the message is. I don't know where is laser. Not sure. No. Okay. So now is the surgery. Okay, this is the time and date of the surgery and all the necessary details. Okay, and I think it's good to know that the preparation of this integration between two hospitals which are IHE compatible takes hours or days. In comparison with the spaghetti system, with the the common system for each hospital, it takes months. So I think the advantage is it's quite big. Okay, now is just record for the visit of the patients. Okay, maybe I will skip it. This is some details of this. There are no data because it's a pilot. It's in progress. All the projects, both projects, are in progress currently. We will be finished in 2 months. So it's a pilot because of need of the cardiac centers. Okay, so what's going in the background? We have some visual trace of our technology. Graphical representation of the flow message between the clinical browser. Now you can see what means in the different when I looking for the patient ID. So that is the message. This is that some XML data, some kind of standard. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm looking for the patient in another domain, the cross-domain profile. So that's why I need the exact the exact ID of the patient, because there are a lot of returning messages, and it could load the system. So I have to be more specific. And now I get some response from the gateway in the DASTA. It's some local check standards in DASTA. You can see the message of the DASTA, and now this is the document of DASTA, which is separated for the display for the clinical system, which is some internal standard we have just in web browser. And I think it was the last, yes, it was the last one. Now you can see in the background the transformation of the particular message which I asked for. Okay, so it was all. Thank you for your attention.